Hi, I am Professor Julio Rezende, and today, November 2nd, 2020, I'll be doing a presentation about the Mars soil simulant in Brazil and topics related to research and development uh, of soil simulant in Habitat Marte, okay? And then just a moment. Okay, some aims of this research are the survey of simulated basalt-based soils, identification of volcanic basalt deposits in the state of Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, and also research on the use of simulated basalt-based soils for space application. Also, development of methodology and plant cultivation beds and other applications based in simulated soil. Okay, we'll be explaining about these topics. And then it's very important, something that we discovered a very good database from the University of Central Florida. They developed a database about Mars and Moon soil simulant. And then looking in this database, we found three experiments on simulated Mars soil based on basalt in three studies that developed soil compositions of the moon, analog to the characteristics of moon too. Okay, in this case, we were identified at five experience related to the simulated soil based in basalt. Okay, and then this encouraged us to develop a soil simulant in Brazil. Okay, and then we in Brazil, close to Habitat Marte, a space analog station, we have Pico do Cabugi or Cabugi Peak, extinct volcano. Okay, and then where we can be developing the Mars and Moon soil simulant, and then this is one of our goals in terms of research of Habitat Marte Space Analog Station. And then the next slide is possible to see the Pico do Cabugi area and also page of the research based in the planetary simulant database. Okay. Then in this map, it's possible to see the location of Pico do Cabugi and Habitat Marte. Okay, and then this is a Google Map image simulating the distance from Habitat Marte in a rural area, and then there's a important road connecting two capitals, the road 304, and then is a travel of around 43 kilometers, okay, and 46 minutes by car, okay, to arrive in the area of the extinct volcano. Then here is possible to see the Cabugi volcano, and also in this photo it's possible to see a great uh, area of deposits of basalt, okay. And then looking the search in the database of UCF, the University of Central Florida, were identified three samples based in basalt, like the Korean Mars Simulant, Mojave Mars Simulant, and the Martian Garden. And then in terms of the Mojave Mars Simulant, this soil was developed by Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena. And then it's very interesting because JPL is the organization of Caltech in NASA. There's one of the areas in JPL is called the Mars Garden, where it tested the rovers, okay, the Perseverance, and then they need the Mars soil simulant to develop a lot of different tests of the vehicle and also the tools aboard of the Perseverance rover and the next rovers too. Okay, and then also you can see some publications about this research. And then one of these was published in the journal Icarus. And okay, and then the second one was a research from the Korean University, Hanyang University. In this case, they collect the soil in a river, okay, and then also they publish in this research in the International Moon Base Summit, okay. And then third one is called the Martian Garden, and then the soil is developed by a company called Martian Garden, and also they provide this Mars soil sample to JPL, okay, and then this is the same soil used by JPL. Also, you can see here the page of the Martian Garden. They are supplying this Mars soil to researchers, robbers, and educators around the world. Okay, I believe the 1 kilo is $25, I believe. Okay, and then now we'll be showing the moon soil simulant results. In this case, we were identified the two research, one from the University of Maryland, and the second one developed by NASA, as we can see in the next photos here. And then one, the Maryland lunar simulant was this kind of soil was collected in the based in Vulcan materials in Sanders, okay, in the city of Sanders. And the second one, also publications about. And then the second one was published, was developed by NASA, okay, by the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And then they collect the soil during a field work in Arizona, okay, where they identify the deposits in an area called Black Point lava, and then they develop this kind of soil, and then you can see these soils simulant based in basalt were developed. Many of them were developed by NASA, and then this is very important to us because this bring us confidence to develop also our soil simulant with the same characteristics. Okay, and then here are some reference of this study developed by NASA, by Kennedy Space Center. And then, well, it was very important for this research developed by NASA, okay? And then now I'll be showing some studies. Some studies are not new. We know since a long time that about the presence of the basalt in the area of Cabugi volcano. Okay, and then we are researching about the application of the similar soils to three different possibilities. Okay, one possibility is the use of the Mars analog soil to grow food. Okay, and to food on Mars and Moon. Okay, also in the analog conditions. The second one possibility is use try develop like a raw material, like a clay, to be used to additive printing of fittings or products. In this case, the challenge is create a ceramics using this kind of soil. Sometimes adding more thing in this mixture, okay, in this composition to let the product more solid, and then you need to study about. And the third possibility is the additive impression of the habitats, okay, or printing additive printing of habitats. Okay, relate to the food production with the simulated Mars soil is very interesting because it's very connected to the research of the Habitat Marte analog space station. Okay, and also it's very interesting to see how the activity of related to cultivate in Mars soil simulant would be developed using specific protocols, and try to use like a closed system, uh, also reusing how reflecting how the would be the changes of carbon, or maybe in a small greenhouse using the soil, it cultivate the seeds, and using some possible sensors to collect the data in this area. Okay, and then this is the second possibility of use, is the use of the Mars soil simulant to 3D printing. Okay, in this case, there is a this 3D printer is a is a something they put it would be interesting after we see the link, okay, after the video. But if you can see, if you print using a material like a clay, this will be put it in an oven, okay, burning the material, and then possible have a rigid material. Like sometimes it would be possible print something like a ball, okay, a ball or a plate, and then this would be very interesting. We have this possibility in Mars, okay, and then this is one of our interests in terms of research, maybe since now to 2021, okay. And then the third possibility is the additive printing of habitat, okay, and then you can see here the the experience called Martian, and then it's a experiment based in the United States. And then last year we saw the presentation during the International Astronautical Congress in Washington D.C. And then they have in a great success. And then this clay is combined with a kind of plastic PLA, okay, PLA plastic, and then I believe there's a kind of the heating ventilator here, okay, to solidify the raw material that is put by like as a additive process, okay, and then there's a heated wind here to solidify the composition of the clay, okay, and then this is very interesting technology. And then they were they earned the award of the best conception of habitat. And then you can see it's a real experiment. They are doing a very big garage, okay, and then this is a very interesting research about. And then okay, and now it's possible to see some photos now about the process of relate to collect the Mars soil simulant, like we live in the Habitat Marte, and then we traveling to from Habitat Marte to Cabugi volcano. Here in this photo, you can possible see me, and also Davi Souza and Sara Campos. They are students in the Federal University of Rio Grande do Norte in Brazil. And then in this photo, we're traveling to the area of the Cabugi volcano, okay, and then collecting soil samples, okay. In this case, we are collecting the rocks and also the soil in the area that we is changing from the rocks become soil, because we are interested to cultivate in soil, okay, as you can see in this image here. Then we are adding the soil to the collecting, okay, and then okay, and then we have some challenge. Identify a mineral deposit with legal, technical, and logistical conditions to supply the raw material in quantity and quality. Also develop equipment and technologies to perform the 3D printing of a habitat. This probably will be happening with a partnership with other departments of the University of Rio Grande do Norte State. And also conduct laboratory research on the soil found in Pico do Cabugi. Related to this third topic, okay, the research with the soil, Mars analog soil, we had this is a one photo of our crew there, and then we collected some samples of the soil, and then now during this week, the first week of November 2020, we are sending to a mineral research center, and then you can see here the photo of the mineral research center, or mineral center of technology, CT mineral, okay, mineral center of technology. And then during this week we'll be sending to this technology center. They have some equipment. This is a photo with the team there, and then they will be doing some activities with the Mars analog soil sample. They will be doing a quantitative chemical analysis by portable X-ray fluorescence spectrometry. Also, they will be drying the sample in 60 degrees. Also, mill ring spraying. Okay, and also doing the analysis, and then they will be releasing a technical report about the results of the soil. And then this is very interesting because also we are contacting the astrobiology research about this initiative in Brazil, and then it will be interesting. They want to know about the composition of the soil, if only basalt or other elements in the composition. And this is very important. We have these results in terms of the next steps. Also, be discussing about it in technical articles. Okay. And then and also related to the soil cultivation, we need to define the kind of plant will be cultivated in this bed with the mass soil sample, also the methodology, also the systematization of the plant cultivation, okay, because some plants the plants presents like a cycle from the since the growing, germination, growing, and producing fruit of other vegetables, and then there also a time of the plants sometimes are perishing, and then need the systematization we are considering depends of the plants, the time of expected time for each phase. And then the last part is the sensory. Would be interesting use of cameras to see remotely how is the growing of this plant. Also sensors collect the data, and then it would be interesting have these follow up by distance. Okay. Then some reference about this research. Okay, and then thanks so much. And then I'm open to answer some questions. Thanks.